You'd better get ready because the new Mario movie is going to be the greatest cinematic adventure of all time. Are you ready to discover everything that's going to happen in Mario Galaxy?
Game over!
Kiss. Mario and Peach are going to kiss, and you can be sure of that. Alright, we know that all of this is still a fan theory that exploded on the internet in recent days, but we know this is going to happen. And how are we so sure about that? It's very simple to explain. A few months ago, Nintendo even said that Mario and Peach are just friends, but that was not very well received by the fans. Everyone remembers that the Sonic movie had tried to present a different version of the Hedgehog before the success of the films, and since fans also didn't like that idea, the movie's production went back on it. That's exactly what's going to happen with Mario and Peach in the next movie. Fans believe they are a romantic couple. Besides that, Mario is one of the greatest heroes in the world, and he deserves the best love story in cinema, don't you think? Get comfy and come with us, because another Cinewave is about to start. Death. But one thing that will probably happen in the next movie is Mario losing his life. Calm down, we know this is shocking, but it really can happen. The first proof of this is that the Mario movie is based on a video game where the main character has lives that he can lose if he is defeated. Besides that, Mario can come back to life and has already turned into a ghost in the game Mario Galaxy. This happened in the Ghost Galaxy stage controlled by King Boo. In the trailer, we see a painting of Bowser where Mario is turned into a skeleton. This kind of scene in the trailer is a clue to what's going to happen in the movie. Besides that, in the Mario world, it's possible for the character to come back to life. That's why video game movies are being made now. Fans want to see on screen what happens in the stories of the games they love, so you can expect that yes, Mario might end up dying in the next movie. Hidden villain. The new movie is going to introduce a villain who is hidden and controlling Bowser Jr., and we're not talking about his father. This character is someone who is very intelligent and who wants to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom. We know this because Bowser Jr. is just a child, and as smart as he may be, he wouldn't have the power to do everything he's going to do in this story. Besides that, Bowser Jr. appears in the trailer using a magical paintbrush that he uses as a combat weapon. But for those who know the Mario universe, they know that this paintbrush is not a creation of Bowser Jr., but of Professor Gad, a genius scientist who was robbed by someone, and this character should be the main villain of the movie. We could be talking about Kamek, the great sorcerer of the Koopa Kingdom, but it could also be Wario, a character who might be planning something terrible for the next movie. But that's a topic for a little later, so stay tuned. Mario Galaxy. Anyone who knows the Mario world knows that this universe has two games that take place in space, along with Rosalina and the Lumas. Even though these two games are not a direct continuation of each other, one thing that's going to happen is that the movie will not have an ending. Wait, what do you mean? If there are Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 games, then it's very possible that these two stories will appear in theaters. But there's a problem. There isn't enough time to put both games into one movie, which means this is proof that the third Mario movie is already in development. Nintendo and Illumination, who are the producers of the animation, will need to create a new movie if they want to adapt both games that take place in space. So you can already celebrate. Mario 3 will definitely arrive in theaters. Daisy. Do you remember the trailer where Mario and Luigi are in the desert riding motorcycles? That scene probably takes place in the kingdom of Sarasaland, and this place is very important because that's where Princess Daisy lives. This princess will definitely be in this movie, even though Daisy is not a character who appears in Mario Galaxy. The reason for that is both in the game and in the movie trailer. The trailer shows a machine attacking Princess Rosalina and being defeated, while in the game, Princess Peach is kidnapped. In other words, what's happening is that the princesses in the Mario world are being attacked. That's why Daisy will appear in the movie, and the Plumber brothers need to travel to her kingdom. This is when Luigi will fall in love with her, and maybe a love story will happen in the next movie. Do you prefer Daisy or Peach? Comment number Mario so we can get to know you. Friends! Still talking about Daisy, it's very possible that she appears to help or even save Peach during the ninja attack. The trailer shows Peach fighting against some monsters that attack her, and yes, the scene makes it very clear that Peach is very good at fighting, but in the Mario world, we know that Daisy is the princess who practices sports the most. The two are known for being best friends, and this is another reason for Daisy to appear in this movie, since she will definitely help Peach in the fight scene. Daisy would never allow her best friend to be attacked, so you can celebrate because we're going to have the princesses in action in the next movie. Series. The next theory is very interesting and has everything to do with the Sonic movies. Could the next movie actually be the first episode of the Luigi series? Yes, this is very shocking, but it's very possible. The second Sonic movie, which introduces Knuckles, is actually the beginning of the Red Echidna series. And what does that have to do with Mario? It's very simple. Mario is the main character of his universe, but his brother needs space, and that's why it's very possible that he gets a series. In the game Mario Galaxy, you can choose to play as Mario or Luigi, but in a movie, are both really necessary? Probably not. And since the trailer already showed that they go to the desert, it's very possible that this place is where Daisy meets Luigi. Is Nintendo preparing a Luigi series? Hopefully yes. Queen Jades, a very interesting character who might appear in the next movie, is Queen Jades. She is the ruler of the Underworld in the Mario universe and has power over life and death. Do you remember when we explained that our hero might end up losing his life? That's why she should appear, to help Mario come back to life and continue fighting Bowser. Would you like to see the Underworld in this movie? It would be a really cool scene to watch. Gramby! And if Jades is going to appear, of course her husband Gramby should also be in the movie. He is the king of the upper world. In other words, he rules the skies, and Mario will need to pass through this realm. Will Gramby help our hero reach space? That's very possible, but the participation of both him and Queen Jade should be small, because there are many characters who still need to appear in the movie. Don't forget, subscribing is the easiest way to make sure you never miss any of our videos. Sports! In the first movie, there is a scene where our heroes are taking part in a race. Of course, as a big reference to the game Mario Kart. That's why we can expect sports scenes in this movie. There are several games in this universe that show tennis, racing, soccer, and even martial arts. In Mario Galaxy, we should watch several sports scenes, because this can encourage people, especially younger audiences, to practice sports. And that's really cool, right? Hopefully we'll see a bit of Mario Golf, because that game is really fun. We know that Kamek should be present in this movie because he is Bowser's main servant, and since his master is imprisoned, it's very possible that he is taking care of Bowser Jr. Kamek is a sorcerer who knows of a prophecy. In Yoshi Island, we discover that Kamek had a vision a long time ago, where he saw that Peach, Mario, and Luigi would be responsible for the fall of the King of the Koopas. Because of that, it's very possible that this character is a major villain working behind Bowser Jr., because he wants to free his master and prevent the prophecy. Will this movie talk about that? Mother! In the game Mario Galaxy, we discover that Bowser Jr. has a dream, and what he wants most in the world is a mother, just like the King of the Koopas wants a wife. That's why he kidnaps Princess Peach and attacks Princess Rosalina. He wants a princess to serve as his mommy. That's one more reason for other princesses to appear. But could this be a clue that his real mother should not appear in the movie? Of course, that's very possible, because if Bowser Jr. was born, then the King of the Koopas had a wife. Who could she be? Mario Galaxy should answer that question next year. Destruction! Have you noticed that the Mushroom Kingdom is threatened and that it could be destroyed at the end of the movie? The trailer already made it clear that the main heroes of the Toad's Kingdom will stay in space for most of the story. This will leave Princess Peach's castle and kingdom without any protection, and because of that, villains who were once afraid of Mario may attack without any problem. And what if, at the end of the movie, they return and discover that someone attacked the Mushroom Kingdom and destroyed everything? Maybe that villain could be Wario, because he wants to become a very rich man. Taking over the Mushroom Kingdom might be exactly what he needs. Is Wario the main villain of the third movie? Donkey and Pauline. Did you know that Donkey Kong, who appeared in the first movie, also has a princess? Her name is Pauline, and this girl is based on Olive from the Popeye cartoons. She is a character who could appear in this movie alongside Donkey Kong, because Nintendo might be preparing a movie set in the Gorilla Kingdom, and that would be a really cool thing to happen, because Mario could start a super fun multiverse in theaters. That's why you can expect to see a bit more of Donkey Kong and Pauline in this movie. Does that get you excited? We're super excited for this animation. New York. In the movie, we know that Mario and Luigi live in New York, but maybe there won't be much time for the two characters to return home in the new animation. There's a lot of adventure ahead, right? That's why we're sure that our heroes have already moved to the Mushroom Kingdom, but if they haven't done that yet, that's what will happen in the future. Mario will choose to live together with Princess Peach, and that's very romantic, but will his family like that? The farewell scene will be very sad. Fight. And if Wario is going to appear, it's very possible that Waluigi should also be in the movie. We know that Waluigi is very much in love with Princess Daisy, and because of that, we can expect a fight between the two. But it's important to make it clear that Daisy won't like this at all, because she won't want two immature guys fighting over her. That would be really annoying. Even so, you can expect to see Luigi fighting for the love of his life. Is Waluigi an important villain for the future of the animation? We'll find out in the future. Enjoying it? Then click one of the two videos we left on the screen and keep going with us. See you next time!